Welcome to Stand Out from the Crowd, the podcast dedicated to helping professionals and leaders amplify their voice, impact, and influence. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello, bonjour, salam alaikum. I hope you are doing well. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Darin, and I'm the host of the Stand Out from the Crowd podcast, dedicated to helping you amplify your voice, impact, and influence. Every day, every week on a Wednesday, I get the opportunity to welcome a special guest and to interview some of the brightest leaders and entrepreneurs in their industries. So you learn from the best, you get inspired by the most beautiful and challenging stories, and you build a life and you make an impact, the way you envision it for yourself. So today we are talking about turning your passion into profit. And I know this is a burning topic because this has been buzzing. A lot of people you hear turn your passion into profit, find your passion, your purpose. And yeah, but how do you do that? And for a lot of people, that can be challenging to find your passion, to identify what you are passionate about. And then how do you turn it into profit so you can make a living out of it? Because this is possible. Yes, it is risky, but the good news is that you can minimize the risks by starting small and planning carefully. So, turning your passion into profit could rapidly close the gap between where you are today and where you would like to see yourself tomorrow. Our guest today has combined her passion for real estate, education, project management, and customer service to help home buyers, sellers, investors, and people moving to Toronto and the GTA to make the most informed real estate decisions. So, in this episode, she is going to share her journey, how she quickly identified her passion for real estate and ultimately for helping people, and got it off the ground and turned it into a viable business. So please, without further ado, help me welcome Oumou Samake to the Stand Up from the Crowd podcast. Hello, Oumou. How are you doing today?
No, hello. Hi, I'm doing good, Darin. How are you doing today?
Oh, always beautiful. Every day alive is a beautiful day and another opportunity to be grateful.
Indeed, we have to. We have
We
to.
have
We
to,
have
right? It's so
to be
difficult out
grateful.
there. Listen. Okay, so Umu, thank you for joining us on the Stand Up from the Crowd podcast. Your story is very inspiring, and I love interviewing powerhouses women on this podcast because our story matters. And we do have a voice, and I really want to be able to amplify our voice so we can inspire more people and especially more women to step up and become the leader they were meant to be. So tell us a little bit about you first. How long have you been in Canada?
Uh, Thank you so much for that initiative, first of all. And then thank you for having me today. Hi, everyone. So, my name is Oumou Samake. And then I came in Canada in December, like in 2011. So, it's almost 11 years that I've been in this
Wow.
country. I landed first in Moncton in New Brunswick, which is like where I started my university there at Université de Moncton. So that's a little bit short.
Wonderful. So, did you know from the day you came to Canada, while you were in university, did you know already your passion? Was it something that it was clear from the beginning that you had already identified, or that something that came along the way throughout different life experiences?
Well, I wish I was one of those people who will say, "Yes, I know from the beginning
Yeah.
what I want to be." Sometimes when you watch Oprah, they say, "You have to know your purpose in life," and I'm like, "Wow!" At that time, I was like, "What was my purpose in life?" The one
Yeah.
thing I know, I love to educate. I love to share my knowledge. I love anything that is operational, entrepreneur, anything that is like go get it. I
Mm-hmm.
love to do that. So, first of all, before going into my passion, maybe I will explain a little bit my background
Mm-hmm.
so you will understand where my passion may come from, or if I find, my purpose right away. So I came from a entrepreneur family. My father and my mom, they were both entrepreneurs. My
Mm-hmm.
father is into real estate as well. So
Okay.
real estate and in the hospitality industry. And then my mom, even though she's working, she used to do business side. So I used to be one of her agents, like going to do selling for her. She was most into woman beauty, like bag, clothes, makeup, incense. If you are from Africa, like incense, we sell a lot of all those things. So I grew up on that industry, and then I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I was really good at doing selling for those people.
Oh, so that's good. That's a good skill actually to master. Trust me.
And then I came to Canada. I thought like I wanna be somebody who wanna make a change in people's life. That
Mm-hmm.
was my goal since the beginning. I don't know how, why, but I know I will make a change in people's life. And for me, it was through education. I attend different communities. I attend different association, different event where I was a panelist and then had a project um, to make changes in this world.
Okay.
And then I even had a project of recyclable project that was in the big shell, a big like big level in around the world. And then I was in my like less than 1 years in my university, less than 1 years in Canada. But I took the chance to go there and to learn and to expose my project in front of different investor, and then attend different university competition. Why am I saying all of those experience? For me, was to find myself,
Mm-hmm.
find what I want to do in life. I love my education. I even had to change my degree at a certain time, my program, because I started with management, and I found that like management was good, but I want more something that has to go with um,
People and
exactly people at the same time having some logical things inside. And that was a file when they were saying it's hard to be in. It's not, I'm like, if it's hard, I want to know why is it hard. I want to be there. I want to know how it is. So I switched to there, and then I start like operational management, project management, and supply chain.
mm-hmm.
And then was some of the top of my university. So I learned from that one as well that I have the power to come to a new country, from different background and make it happen.
That's very important in your self-discovery journey. And that's the thing. What you're saying here, it's so, so much important because oftentimes we feel confused. And when you hear all these people, and you said it at the beginning, oh, yes, know your purpose, know your passion, follow your heart. But when you don't know what you don't know. And it can be, frustrating, and sometimes it can be confusing. But what you're saying, what you're talking about, it's about self-discovery, and most people are not self-aware of their own potential to achieve anything they want in life. And so you, through your journey, coming from a country to another and going throughout like different experiences, you were able to discover yourself. And to me, this is the ultimate power, because once you know yourself from the inside, once you know how to listen and you understand your inner voice, there is literally no limit to what you can achieve. So, yes, self discovery is super important here.
Exactly. And then I want to add one thing to that as well. Especially for young people, we are in the world of overachieving.
Yeah.
Social media make it, if you're not hustling, if you're not doing something, you are a loser. I'm saying no, because that puts so many pressure on you that sometimes it might paralyze you to do things, or it might paralyze you to go for what you want, or you feel like what you're doing right now is nothing. You don't have to. I feel like we don't have to feel like that. You
Yeah.
have to take it easy on you. And social media is just an image that people portray. Life is beyond that. But take the chance to explore what you want, what you like, especially if you are in your 20 or below. It's a time for exploring. It's not the time for you to think about overachieving in everything. No, take the time to explore. Go meet people. Go do activities that you'll enjoy. Start a business. If you fail, congratulations.
We will applaud you. Let us know if you tried and you fail. We will applaud you because that's a great achievement. This is like the best way to learn. But I want to add to that, not only for young people, because I will share something personal here, and I believe I have never shared it on social media. Is when I turned 30, I had a breakdown and I cried myself out for weeks and weeks and weeks because, in my mind, and based on society expectations and what I would see on social media, to me, I would have figured everything out and I would have achieved my highest level of success by the age of 30. So now I can talk about it, but what I realized is that I never envisioned myself beyond my 30s,
Yeah.
because for me 30, that was the markdown, right? That was, hey, 30, successful, married, kids, international career, like the money on the bank account, and so on and so on and so on. And obviously I reached 30 and I wasn't where I had envisioned myself. And I started panicking because I was like, okay, so now it's too late for me. What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do?
Mhm.
And it was a very, very challenging time. And then I talked to one of my uncles who told me, you are so young. You don't even realize it. And you don't take into consideration from where you are coming from.
That's true.
You are starting from like 100 meters, 150 meters from the starting line, because I'm coming from a very modest background, raised by a single mom. My parents didn't go to school, so and when by the age of 30 the level that I had achieved was just unbelievable. And I had been at the White House by this time, but for me it was still not enough. So that's very important what you are sharing for everyone, because we set such high expectations for ourselves based on what we see everyone around achieving, or at least communicating or marketing. Because I think I'm not really wrong when I say 80% of what you see on social media, right, is fake or is not accurate.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
we don't share everything on social media though.
Exactly. And so we put like too much pressure on ourselves for nothing, like literally for no reason. So I think that's a good reminder to people.
That's totally true. And then one point that you mentioned that I'm just gonna bounce back on that is like everybody has his own timing.
Yeah.
Your timing is different from the one from your friend, from the one of the society expects you to have. But as well, you have to make sure that I have to be better than I was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That's your point of comparison. Sometimes I hear people like, oh, this is not my journey, oh, this is not my time. Yes, it's not your time, but no, don't sit on the sideline and look at it. Be better than what you were yesterday. Be better tomorrow than yesterday. Right? Keep moving. No matter what, life will show you difficulty to see. Can you handle it? Sometimes I say we pray for things in our life to happen, but the way it happens, we're like, no, we want ready. We wanted to have success, but we did not want to go through that such challenging things in our life. But that challenging thing in your life is to make you ready to handle the business that you pray for. So they
100%.
and then keep moving. No matter things, no matter what, sometimes life can get harder. Yeah, you can take 1 week off, like, take time, have those movie time like ice cream in front of the TV. One will give you a time of mood, that's morning, that sad period of your life, but you have to be your master. You have to be your mom. You have to be your dad and tell to yourself, it's time for me to go again.
That's very true. So now you've been like, you are in university, you've been through all these different experiences. You realize that education is something that is appealing to you because you want to make an impact, you want to be able to add value in people's lives. So when did you start, or how did you mix your passion for education, then how did the passion for real estate came in? How did you handle everything, and that would be my second question, and how did you turn it into profit? But let's talk about how you mixed and managed everything once you were clear about what you wanted to do.
Okay, so the first thing is like, how do I manage from education to real estate? Like combine all those things. From young age, I was teaching people the different subjects I was learning. For me, it was to go out, learn about it, and then share it. And then the same things happen to real estate. I grew up and I know the value of real estate. And then most of the time, we as an immigrant, we come in the city, we talk about work, we talk about settle in Canada, but we really talk about investing into real estate. We really talk about building generation wealth. And then I think we had to have that conversation in the society. So I went for a investment class, and it's during that investment class that I learned so many things. I'm like, if I knew at the time when I came to Canada, I would have been having a lot of like unity already.
Yeah.
But because I did not know that, nobody told me about it. And I'm like, there is something we have to change in this community, especially the francophone community as well. If you don't know somebody who speak, people are easy to connect with other people. They feel comfortable with same language, same background, same. So it's easy for you to connect with those people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes.
So there are like two things here. Access to information. Access to information is critical, and access to the right people. Right?
Yeah.
You said it. I moved to this country and I didn't know. If I knew all of this, I would be at a different level now.
Right.
And this is what happened to every single one of us who moved to a different countries, but also from for people residing in those countries. Access to information is key. You can have the best idea in the world, or you can be very passionate about something, and you know that you can use this passion to make an impact in people's lives, to build a legacy, right? To make the change that you want to see happen. But if you don't have access to the right information, and if you don't have access to the right people, that won't happen,
That's
right? That's not something that you can do by yourself. Okay, you need to surround yourself by the right people so you have access to the right opportunity. And that's why oftentimes I talk about visibility, I talk about networking, because this is the base of building yourself up for success and turning your passion, whatever your passion is, into profit while making an impact.
That's totally true. I really, really, I do agree with you on that point. You have to surround yourself with people who can push you higher, who have vision, and then who can give you access to information. And as well, one of the things that I will add to it is to be able to surpass the fears that we have usually of unknown, of are we going to be accepted? Are we going to be enough? Are we going to make it? Go beyond that and then take the chance. That is the things I as well did as an entrepreneur. I was at the beginning of after learning about investment, and then one of my teachers said, "But I'm seeing so many potential on you." I'm like, "Yeah, that's true, but no, entrepreneurial just basically is not for me, And plus, I don't have anybody in this country. What will happen if I'm not able to sustain myself?"
Mhm.
And then we keep talking and talking and talking, and I saw that yes, I do have of sharing that knowledge to people to help people build, uh, generation wealth. But at the same time as well, for me, in order for me to accomplish that one successfully, is to get my license.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my license into real estate and then start my careers helping people buy real estate. And I like to say that my real estate journey is not only in Toronto because I sell in different countries. For me, is to bring awareness and anybody that is looking to buy or sell, I can assist them in certain way. I can be there, to advise, to share knowledge, and then that's my how I find my passion and how I start the journey. It requires a lot of courage and then a lot of time to go above my fears to see a vision of me being able to help so many families, so many immigrants, so many young people, so many other people realize the dream not only in real estate but in entrepreneurship journey. If you believe it, you can make it.
So entrepreneurship is the way to monetize your passion, right?
Yes.
So, okay, tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurship journey. I know, since the past 2-3 years that we went through the pandemic and everything, we talk about the great resignation. People have left the workplace like never before because they realize that they want to be someone else, they want to do something else, they want to have an impact, right? And so a lot of people have decided to transition from corporate, from a 9 to 5 to follow a more entrepreneurial route.
Yes.
But many of them, and many of you watching and listening, I know that this is the transition that you want to make, but a few things are holding you back. So tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurship journey. How how did you when did you understand that you were able to make a living out of your passion?
So we all heard about entrepreneurship journey, and if you feel like the cool things to do, you feel like yes, this is the sexiest things. I'm an entrepreneur. This is a good word to say, but you have to be ready. You have to be ready mentally, emotionally, and then you have to be ready financially. Entrepreneurial journey can be really, really costly, and emotionally ways you have to be strong enough because you will have you will face a lot of rejection. You will face a lot of down moments where you have to pick up yourself and move again. You will face the challenge of going hunting. It's like you become a hunter now, and you have to be able to go hunt for your meal.
Mhm.
So sometimes I coach young people, and they ask me that question. I'm not saying that I'm not in this group that we have so many different type of ages group, but the thing is like entrepreneur might not be for everybody, and you don't have to quit your job right away to start entrepreneur. You can start beside. But if you feel like you are ready to take the bull by this is horn, what like I say in français, like take it in and move forward with it. So go go inside it, like brand the shop and go for it. But make sure that you have some saving aside as well. Entrepreneurship is a rewarding journey, especially if it is something that you really like, you are passionate about, because you are doing something that you love. Like work, it doesn't feel any more work. It feel like more passion. It feel like more rewarding things because I love what I'm doing and I'm able to help other people being successful by doing what I love. So I like to say I'm happy when other people are happy. It is true because I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'm making other people happy as well. So
And that's
this
that's that's the that's very fulfilling. um how long did it so if you are willing to share it with us, how long did it take you to be able to make a profitable or a decent living out of your business, aka passion?
for sure. The first year will be the hardest one for you
The first year.
because
I think
yeah.
Oumou, I think your phone is ringing. Would that be possible to turn it off or maybe
Oh,
to put it on silent?
I apologize for that.
That's okay. So
Okay.
you were saying the first year is difficult.
So
Yeah.
yes, sometimes people can make it. The first year that is almost amazing, but the first year you are in the process of learning, making mistake, learning from the mistake. Go, get some courses to be a better person. Is a time when you have to prove to other that you can make it, because people will be sitting a sideline to look at you like, can she make it? Can I have, especially I'm talking about real estate industry where people are looking at this like it's maybe one of the big investment in their lifetime. So all of that things, and you have to be surrounding with people that can help you becoming, who have more experience than you, who
Yeah.
can help you becoming better, which is I did what that's what I did as well. I attend those one of those big leader in the industry. I partner with them so I can learn from them. And then during some of my transactions, they will be here to coach me, to lead me, and then to make it the most informative for me and then for my client as well. And now I am comfortable to say that I'm in at the level right now where I have learned, I've seen, I've attended event, I've attended training in all those skills to be comfortable in my journey of entrepreneurship. Still, I'm learning. Entrepreneurship is a learning journey. It's not like I'm learning one time and that's saying no. You have to keep innovating. You have to be able to meet the demand of your client, and then
Mhm.
as well to be here for your client.
Yeah.
They say when you serve, you will be served. So
That's very true. So the first year, people don't expect quick money with entrepreneurship, because this is not happening, and this is true. And this is why I like to have those conversations with successful leaders and entrepreneurs, because we talk about the reality. We talk about what's happening behind closed doors. So we hopefully we open your eyes and make you realize that, hey, what you see on social media is not reality. You're not going to make money within 3 months, 6 months, like 1 year. And there is no overnight success. You will see people say, hey, I started 3 months with and I make six figures within 3 months, 1 year. Like, that might be possible in some cases. I'm not saying it's impossible, right? But that's not the case for 99.9% of entrepreneurs out there. And oftentimes, for those who market quick, make quick money, like within like 3 6 months, and reach six figures, they don't talk about all the work that was done prior to that, right?
that,
So
that's
yes, I'm learning entrepreneurship. I have been an entrepreneur for myself for 4 years now. And so I can start a new program in February next year and make six figure within 3 months. I can do that. So I can show up on social media and say, hey, I started in February and we are in April. In 3 months, I made six figures. That would be true. But that wouldn't that wouldn't tell like all the ups and downs I went through for 4 years
that's true.
before reaching that point. So be very careful who you listen to, who you follow on social media. Do the people do they inspire you and bring you value, or do they stress you out, or do they drain you and make you feel like you are not enough? If that's the way you are feeling about it, then it's time to change. The people you follow on social media, it's time to change. The people you hang out with, so you learn from the real stories and you turn your passion into profit. And the thing, when you surround yourself with the right people, you will learn from them the shortcuts.
That's true.
Once again, there is no easy success, but you can learn the shortcuts and avoid the mistakes that the people in your network, your mentors, have done. So instead, of you taking 10 years to reach their level, it might take you only 3 years.
That's
But
true.
again, that's true. That's what happened to me, right? I have great mentors. Those mentors, they are like highly successful, high level individuals in their industry. And so I did all the work and I failed. I made so many mistakes and I have learned so much along the way, but I was able to learn from their mistakes. That's
That's true.
why here we have no BS conversation. So you can learn from our mistakes collectively and you don't have to go through it and you take the shortcut to success. How cool is that?
Indeed, you have to surround yourself and have mentor, and then have people who believe, like you mentioned as well. Everybody has different backgrounds. Social media might not show all the successful things. Maybe you are starting from your basement, from your single income. Maybe the people that you are seeing on social media, they have family that are supporting them financially, or who have a big network that you
Mhm.
different. So everybody has this different story. Follow your journey of passion. Dare to believe that you can make it happen, and then keep moving. That is one of those, ingredient of success. Never give up. Keep moving. Surrounding yourself with good people.
Sorry, you. So that's a beautiful way to end the conversation. Listen, I hope that you will listen and listen or watch again this interview, because I love it. Even myself, I feel inspired and motivated by your talk today, Oumou. So thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you to all of you watching the live, the replay, or listening the podcast. We are available on all the major podcast platforms. So don't forget to subscribe, to leave a review, and to download the episodes, so you have those motivational talks and real stories with you, like all along. Thank you, everyone. I will see you next week for another live episode of Stand Out from the Crowd. And you take care, stay safe, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Bye. Bye, everyone.